Hector was a specialist in the United States Army, infantry, here on Veterans Inc. to share my story. I actually joined like the summer before going into my senior year, so I was in the delayed entry program for a whole year.
What year is this?
It's like 2001 going into 2002. So when 9/11 happened and the Twin Towers went down, my dad woke me up. It's like, Hector, they're attacking us. And I woke up and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to war. And my dad was pretty pissed off and he's like, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it then. I mean, I was just a young, driven, testosterone, 17-year-old wanting war because I didn't know about it yet. So, I mean, my pops being older, he knew probably the consequences of it. And then I shipped out to Fort Benning, Georgia in July 2002. Did my boot camp there. It was an OSA unit. So you do your basic training and your infantry, AIT, all in one. Got to come home for 30 days and then stationed in Germany. So as soon as I landed in Germany, they bust us into this classroom and they're like, if you're going to 118 infantry or 126 infantry, you're going to Iraq. We landed in Kuwait first and they kind of wanted us to write a goodbye letter to our family in case we didn't make it back, but I thought that was bad luck, so I didn't do it. I mean, I tried to start, but I stopped and I couldn't do it. Maybe that kind of helped me out where I'm here today. Well, wanting to go to war after 9/11 and actually getting my first taste of it, it definitely wasn't anything like the movies. It didn't become real until a dude in our company got killed on patrol by an IED. So it wasn't real up until that point. So we had been there a month already, and it just, sure, we were getting mortared and rocketed, but that's kind of something we adapted to right off the bat and kind of accepted, because there's really nothing you can do about it. But once he got killed, it put things into perspective, like, shit, I'm not untouchable. We lost our medic, Edgar Daclon. It's kind of shitty because he got killed on my mom's birthday while I was on a patrol with him. So when we came back, I kind of had to tell my mom, happy birthday, but keep those feelings down because I didn't want to ruin her birthday. He was from Torrance, California. Me and him really got along together. And yeah, that was the worst day of my life. Sergeant First Class Villanueva was killed on September 27th. We were the QRF, so we responded, and I got there just in time where they were loading a body into a body bag. Sergeant First Class Villanueva got shot in the throat and ended up dying out there on patrol. But we didn't skip a beat as far as we were out on patrol the next day. It never stopped. The momentum didn't stop. We couldn't stop. We didn't have time to stop and process it. It wasn't even an option. You just have to keep doing what you're doing, and not necessarily avenge their death, but make it worthwhile while you're there, and don't let it be in vain. So overall 8 that were directly in my platoon, but I've lost way more than that I've known. I often say that my year back from Iraq was worse than my year in Iraq, and my year in Iraq was hell. The anxiety, not knowing anything about PTSD, not knowing anything about depression, not knowing anything about survivor's guilt, just felt like I was an alien. Felt like I was an alien back here in the United States and nobody understood what I was going through or what I had seen or what I had done over there. I felt ashamed for some of the stuff that I did over there, felt guilty. I didn't feel like I deserved to be alive back here, when my brothers had died over there. I remember wanting to just switch places so bad with them. And I don't necessarily feel like that today. There's some days where I do wish I could switch places with them, but I'm in a far better place now than I was then. I'd say 2010, I hit my bottom. I totaled my truck, and it wasn't the first truck or vehicle that I crashed. It's just enough was enough. When that happened, I really only had 2 options at that point. I was going to die or I was going to make it, and this is the route that I took. I sought out help at the VA, and I actually listened to what they had to say. I've been kind of listening to what other people have to say, and I found that that's helped me, and sobriety, now that I'm sober. At the same time that I sought help for my alcoholism, I sought help for my PTSD, and I've learned so much, being 6.5 years into it now, I've learned so much about myself and so much of what I went through, and being able to figure out all my emotions that were suppressed or that I didn't get a chance to, how you stated earlier, I didn't really get a chance to mourn my friend's death over there in Iraq. So all this came out years later. You know, it was always inside of me. I mean, that shit came out when I drank, but actually having to deal with it sober was hard, rough. It was raw. I couldn't fucking run to the bottle like I was used to. I had to take it, fucking take it. And over the years, it's gotten easier, but it still fucking sucks thinking about it. They say PTSD is a normal reaction to abnormal situations, and I find that to be true. So if you're out there and you think you're alone, or you feel that nobody understands you, there's thousands of us that have been through exactly where you're at now. And we're kind of on the other side now, and I'm very grateful for that. I got a sugar skull tattoo here that doesn't really necessarily mean anything, but I just like the design. And then I got this grenade tattoo, which it's kind of along the lines of a military tattoo, I would say. And then I got the one on my back that has the names of my 8 brothers that killed in Iraq. I got it because I felt like I carried the weight of them, and I still carry the weight of them on my chest and on my back. You know, I feel like I carry them. I carry them wherever I go. They're constantly on my mind. So when I see it, it's just a reminder that they're there, you know, that the rest of the world goes on, but I mean, I know, you know, I know the legacy that those dudes left behind, you know, the impact that they left on me. You know, I was only 20 years old in Iraq, and these guys were 23, 24, but they seemed so much older than me. They seemed like father figures. You know, looking back now, they were just kids too, 23, 24. But the way they presented themselves were just for the highest caliber individuals.